great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy that.
Okay, that was Bank of America. I went to pay my credit card bill. Quite the line. They had an outer line, which I had to wait on for a minute or so. It wasn't too bad. But the tellers were saying it was very busy in there today, very crowded. Everybody is doing banks, and a lot of the banks are closed. I guess a lot of the Bank of America banks were closed. Here's my car. I turned on the camera a little bit.
Why?
You know, because I wanted to show what it was like to be in the bank and whatever. There were a lot of people in there. It was crowded.
Yeah.
There was like an outer line.
Oh, there was?
A little bit. It went quickly. They have 2 tellers working. But there's, as you can see, the parking lot is full. What one of the tellers said to one of the ladies was that a lot of the other banks are closed. So, and I guess, I don't know. Well, what happened was one of the ladies was like, I went to like 5 banks and they were all closed.
Oh, really?
You guys are the only ones that are open, but maybe that's her Bank of America's. Maybe they've shut down a lot of the Bank of America's.
Well, if a lot of the people working there are sick, they'll close it down.
That's what it seems like.
Because they have to clean it.
Yeah. This one was like proper crowded though, you know?
Well, if everybody's coming there because it's the only one open.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. And she was saying everybody's, the teller was like, everybody's mad, everybody's taking that on us.
You can't go by the phone, like going on Google when you look up a place. Look what happened when I was looking up our bank. It was supposed to open at 8 o'clock.
Yep, they changed the hours.
But then when you get there, they open at 9:30.
Ooh, are they giving out tickets?
No.
Like, ticketed during the corona.
No, they're not ticket
I was going to say like, hey, you didn't have any coins in your meter. Sorry, that's going to be like $40. It's like, but I didn't get my stimulus check yet. That's okay. You'll get a penalty and a fine.
It was a little chilly. I didn't turn on the heat.
Yeah? Oh, actually, I feel like you turn on the heat. I only need,
I can't believe it. It's May and it's going to be like 40 degrees tomorrow.
Yeah, well, there's a cold front coming down from, I don't know, Antarctica? Supposedly it's pretty cold up there still, right? It wasn't bad, though. I was in there a few minutes.
Oh.
Brian messaged me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian is repairing DS's, and...
He's not making pasta?
I don't know, he might make pasta later. He does make, in case you didn't know that about my nephew Brian, he makes his own homemade pasta. It's a skill. It's like Brian Ronzoni. Brian Boyardee. Brian, I don't know. Can you think of any other pastas?
Boy O'Brien.
Chef Boy, no, it's Brian Boyardee.
Oh.
Chef Brian Boyardee. Chef Brian Ronzoni. Chef, can you think of any other pasta makers?
I don't know.
I know, how come we can only think of Ronzoni, which is okay, but then the worst one, Chef Boyardee in the world. There's got to be other. What do you buy when you buy, what spaghetti you get? Prince. Prince Spaghetti? Isn't that a spaghetti? Prince Spaghetti Day? Anthony. That's what everybody used to say?
That would be you.
Yeah, Prince Spaghetti Day. Do they still make Prince Spaghetti? I don't think so. There's an old commercial that goes back to when I was a kid, and it's an Italian lady stuck her head out the window. I'm like, Anthony! And then this kid, Anthony, like stopped in his tracks, right? And he started running, sprinting through the neighborhood, jumping over fences. It's like straight out of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, kind of like running around through the neighborhood, right? And he was pretty far for a little kid. He was like a mile away. Yeah.
You always rambled far from
well,
home.
I guess as long as it was shouting distance, right? But when he got home, he's like all sweaty. And there was a bunch of like spaghetti on the table, and then they said something about Prince Spaghetti Day.
Yeah, Prince Spaghetti Day.
Yeah, so all my life, all my young adult life, it was like, I say, what's your name? Anthony. And they go, Prince Spaghetti Day! Like that. As goofy as it was. How come, so that's the only pastas we can think of? For real?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, alright. It's not like we even do brand loyalty, right?
No, I just buy whatever's on sale.
ShopRite pasta, right?
Yeah, whatever's on sale.
What's a ShopRite brand?
I can't think of the name. It starts with a B. Barilla.
Oh yeah, Barilla. That is Brian Barilla. Chef Brian Barilla. There's another one.
It's not as sticky.
Which one do you like the best?
What is this guy doing?
Brian Boyardee.
Brian
Flower
Boyardee.
Should I post this? You don't think Brian get mad at me, do you?
No. He'll probably laugh.
I'll put on the Scummy Resellers.
He's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he does, actually. You need a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age.
In this lifetime, yes.
Three major things today that we're doing. We went to your bank because and you didn't have to go in. I still can't
get online
Oh, well,
banking.
you know what? We can go in when we're done here at the post office if you want to. All right.
They're not any help. I went inside already, and they're like, "Oh, we can't help you. You have to call them." And I'm like, "Do you understand how I can't call anybody right now?"
No.
Because
I'll
they're
call
like,
them. They don't answer.
I've been calling for 2 weeks. And
it's like, oh, you mean try calling them again? You know, the funny thing is, I tried that 50 times already and it hasn't worked. But I guess I'll try calling them again.
I even tried the thing.
You know, I'm talking to an actual human being, or I can.
Message and they're supposed to call you back, and then they don't.
It's like they've made it so humans are less effective than like pressing buttons on the phone, which doesn't work either. It's like, we can't help you. Why don't you call the phone and press a bunch of buttons and then nothing will happen, or you'll get kicked off, right? What was the time that? Well,
it's
more
like
than one time.
The whole issue is that my lovely neighborhood bank
got bought up
during this epidemic. Got bought up by a friggin' conglomerate bank.
Nationwide or probably worldwide national bank.
Instead of being a neighborhood
Valley National
bank where they know me, it's now a corporate
now
bank.
Now you're number 423918876.
And they don't friggin' care.
We have noticed that your account balance has fallen below this amount.
All my little bit of money out of there, they'd be like, so what?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm closing out my account. They're like, no, wait. They go like, you want that in change? How do you want that? You want like quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies? And we'd be like, we have more money than that. I say, give me a quarter, or I'll throw it at you.
At this point, I have no idea because everything I'm getting is direct deposit.
Bank, it's like we're doing bank statements.
I have no idea what's going on in my bank until I get my next bank statement, which is so. It's like trying to keep my checkbook in order is like
it's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a complete and utter mess. Well, I'm at the post office.
No, there's not a lot of cars here today.
No, there haven't been. I gotta do like 3 things. I gotta pay. No, 2 things. But anyway, I'm out of here. Bye. Oh, Brian got back to me. Want to talk to Brian for a minute?
No.